Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome to Crafting with Lola and Oscar. And we are now looking at the second part of the project that we did with the nesting dies and the decoupage toppers. So let me show you, if you haven't watched the first part, you definitely want to go back and watch the first part. But let me show you the cards that we made. So remember, the plan was to make three cards in two boxes. So in part two, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make that third card, and we're going to look at making two boxes. I'm going to show you how I made the boxes. But just in review, here are two other cards that were made in the first video. Okay. And here is the second one, my fave. And then there's the sentiment that goes along with that. All right, so let's look at the third card, which is going to be like an all-white card. And I actually remember we talked about the glossy accents and stuff like that. So I definitely put glossy accent on this one. And this actually isn't white. It really is off-white. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more. It's actually really off-white. And so I didn't want that white rim around my flower that you know how it has that whiteness. So I took a marker. I don't remember what color, and I just took all that whiteness off with a marker and made it blend in to be more muted. And then again, I did use glossy accents on this, and then gave it some dimension by putting. Actually, this one I used the dimensional glue. I didn't use foam pads. Because with the glue, when you look down in there, you really can't see it because it's clear. Whereas the pads, you can actually see it. So either way, I mean, the thing with the pads is instant. With the glue, you have to wait for it to dry. That's the only, thing. So you have to just pick your poison. So again, this slimline card, remember, I go back to page 1 or part 1, and you'll notice that I cut it down a little bit. All the measurements for everything, for all the cards that you saw in this one, will be on part 1 video as well. So I don't want to be redundant. Okay, right, so again, this is not really white. I said white. It really actually is an off-white, almost like ivory. Actually, it is ivory. Okay. Now, before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and use my dotty tape. Remember from last video, I'm going to use the dotty tape to hit these intricate areas right here. So to make sure that it stays on the card. And then, yeah. Okay, so we got that. Make sure I got my card going in the right direction, and I do. I'm going to go ahead and layer this down. Now, this isn't going to have any color. The only color that's going to have on it is going to be the sentiment and the flower. So this is really just going to be an all off-white card. I'm going to press down. Even though I got foam on it, I'm going to press down on it a little bit. I hope that doesn't become an issue. Okay. And here's our second part, which I'm not going to put any, tape on that because I want it to protrude out. Could have been over a little bit more, but I think, yeah, I'll leave it alone. Okay. All right, and then our third one goes here. And before I do that, what I'm going to do is, what I did was I have just a very small die that says thanks. And remember I told you about the alcohol ink and the top end, like the little pages I made with alcohol ink. And what I did was I just cut this die twice. As you can see, you may not see, there it is. And then I just laid it on top. Laid the white one on top. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to turn this over. We're going to stick this down first instead of trying to do it on the card, which makes no sense because I'll end up probably busting something up and making a mistake. You guys keep watching. Like I said before, I've been on vacation. If you didn't see the first part of this project, go back and watch part 1 for sure. But I've been on vacation for a little while, so that's why I haven't had any videos up. But you'll be seeing several new ones coming down the pike, including this one. All right, so I want to put. I'm always tend to want to put the flower on this side, which I don't know why. I don't know. It just seems like it should be on the left-hand side. I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and put. You know what? I think I'm going to put this down first. And I don't have a sentiment for the inside of this one quite yet. I'll come up. I haven't really found what I want to put down, so that's why I haven't put anything in there yet. But I will put the matte, you know, piece of color in this right here. Will go on the inside of the card. All right, so we have that there. Okay, we have the thanks. Now I want to sign. I want to make sure I have this right. So my flower will be about right there. My word thanks, and I'm going to angle it. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and use some glue around the edge. And what I want to do is, remember we talked about this in the last video, I don't want anything to seep out, so I'm going to just use a small layer of glue around the edge, the very edge of this die, and then I'll go back in the middle and, you know, put more so to make sure that it does stay down. Ooh, oh Lord, I done messed up already. Look at that, y'all. All right. Put the top back on. Try to put the pin back in. I don't know whose idea this was. They're making a buck though, I tell you that. Where's my big thing of glue? Oh, right here, right here. All right, and then in the inside here, I'll put, you know, put a little bit more to make sure that it definitely does stay. Can't see if it's coming out enough. Oh, well, it's not because it's not open. What the same blazes? Okay, there we go. All right. Shall, as y'all who might have been watching my videos for a while, y'all know I'm the first to tell you I am not a professional crafter. By no means, no how. As much as I would love to have whatever, I wonder what kind of money they make. Now there's a question to be asked. What kind of money do they make? Especially the ones that are on TV. All right, we're gonna put the flower here in the middle. All right, and there we have it. And it could have been over a little bit more, frankly. But I mean, I guess you really got to be looking at it to see that you can't see it. So there is the dimensional one. I love that. Right? And then I'll just put this on the inside. And I think I'll use glue because I don't want to mess up. And then I'll find at some point the appropriate words to go on the inside. Whatever that might be. What is going on here? You know, the thing with this, if you don't close this stuff up, it'll dry up and then you be in the hurt locker. But then half the time when it ain't working right, you think it's already dry because you done forgotten to close it up. You can't win. All right, that's enough. I'm getting overboard. Okay. I think I'm just going to leave it open for right now. All right, so this one go on the inside of this. Oof. Try and get it as even as possible. All right, so there we are. So all the color really is going to be on the inside of this card. Once I come up with the sentiment, I'll figure out what I want to put on it. So what we've done is 3 different cards. Remember, we Take a look at this one. Did an all cream one with those dies, with all three of the dies. Okay. And then we did this one showing two of the dies. Okay. And we did this one. Okay. All right, so now we'll set the cards aside and we're going to take a look at doing a box for these cards. So what I want to do is I'm going to give you the dimensions and everything from, and I can't remember where I saw this box being made. And I thought I saved the video, but I'm going to zoom in and I'm hoping, I'm going to read it out loud, but I'm hoping you'll be able to actually see what I've written. That's a little bit too much, wasn't it? Here we go. Okay, so you're going to need a piece of 12 by 12, preferably a heavier stock card, you know, a heavier set. How do you say it? GSM like 320, I think it is. Is it 320 or 320? But a heavy set, bottom line, a heavy set card stock. You hear that? There you go. All right. 12 by 12, then you're going to cut it to 11 by 12, which means you're just going to cut it off an inch on whatever side you want. It does not matter. And then on the 11-inch side, let me make sure I have it right. So on the 11-inch side, here are the instructions right here. Oh, that's backwards. Oh, but you can see it. Yeah, y'all can see it. So on the 11-inch side, you're going to score at 1 inch, 1 inch, and 1 inch. Okay, and then on the 12-inch side, you're going to score it at a half an inch. Okay, at a half an inch, and then 1.5 inch on all four sides. All right. And then you're going to do some cutting. So you see where I've cut. Now, what happened was I kind of made a boo-boo on this score line. This is your inch, and this is your inch, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to do some cutting. So you can see where I put my marker at. You're going to cut here because you're going to make your tabs, right? And you're going to cut here, here, and here, just up to this line. And then you're going to cut here and here. And then you're going to cut here. Okay, so those are your tabs. That's what you need. Okay, now for your mat and layers, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. So once you do all that, this is what your box is going to look like. Okay, it's going to look like this. Once you get it all cut and you get everything all cut down. Still not in. Let me get you in the frame so you can see. Okay, I think that's, and it's white, so it is a little hard to see. And I don't want to mess up my camera. All right, so remember where you were cutting? You were cutting those tabs right there. You were cutting these tabs right here. And then you're cutting these tabs right here. And then you may have, oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, this is your half inch. I'm sorry. So this little part right here is going to kind of be like, when you start folding up your box, this is going to kind of be a little, you know, it gives it a little extra strength, okay? So when you start cutting everything up and start folding everything up, you're going to get a box, okay? And I'm going to see if I can do it with my hand, like that. There we go. And there's your box. Very, very, very simple. Okay, just like that. And it's nice and it's sturdy. Okay, so this is going to be your box. Now, talking about the mats and the layers for your box, you're going to want to have 2 pieces of paper of your choice, you know, preferably matching your card, right? So you want to have 2 pieces that is 8 3/4 by 3/4. Okay, or 3/4, however you want to say it. So 3/4 by 8 3/4. So you'll have 2 pieces of that, and then you're gonna have 2 pieces of 4 by 3 3/4. Okay, and this is what's gonna go on your sides. All right, so that's what you would have for the box. Okay, so I'm just gonna, let's see. Do I want to use glue? Yeah, you know what? I do want to use glue. Let's use glue because That way, if it's not lined up right, I can always move it. And this one, I've got to do it as perfect as possible because this is the box that's going to be for my friend. Not that she won't appreciate it. She won't say, Lola, you did a sloppy job. She won't say that. God, I hope not. Wouldn't that be horrible? You know, I'm going to tell you, people don't appreciate us as crafters. We already had that conversation. We have had that conversation. I should have put this one. You know, I think I'll put this one on the back because it doesn't look as even for some reason, which I thought it was. Let's stick this one on the back. I'll put this back in the back of the box. All right. And then, yeah. I don't know about you, but child, I have a hard time cutting a straight line with a ruler. I have no idea what the problem is. I do not know what my issues are. All right, this goes here. Now, quite unfortunately, I have some glue right there. Oh, I hate that. So I'm gonna have to get creative and figure out how to fix that situation. All right, so we have here and here, and then we'll put those sides on. So let's get the paper on here. And again, remember for the dimensions of the box and all of the card stock that I use as far as the size and everything, just go back to part 1, and then you should be able, you will see the information there, okay? So we're going to put this down, get this all nice and centered the best that I can, okay? And then this is going to go here. I'm going to go ahead and use my dotty pen as before to go around the edges of these little intricate parts so that this will stay, all of it will stay on the box. Okay. That one will go right in here like that. I think that's about right. Okay, and then we have thinking right here, which I'm leaving that in green. And I'm going to try not to go too fast. Whew, shoot, I almost messed up. And the thing is, once you mess up these little dies, you tear the word or something, and then you gotta either. Sometimes you can get it to work right, but a lot of times it's just a bust, and you gotta cut it again. So you could use the glue. You know, if you want to use that little fine tip glue, you can do that. But I won't do that right now. I'm gonna angle this, I believe, and then we'll put the flower going straight. All right, so we'll just rub it down. Okay, and later on tonight, I'll go ahead and probably put some glossy accents on this. I'm just not going to do it right now. All right, and I'm being careful where to go around the side so I don't get glue coming out. And then I'm just going to make this just like that. All right, so that is the box. I love it. And on the inside, I'll do something different. And here's the card to match. But so the second box is for this cream card. Okay. So here's the second box of which I've already done. I'm just going to take everything. This is basically going to be what it looks like. I think it's so pretty. And you can see I put some decoupage on that. And then there's just, I left the top cream. And then I actually put a little something on the inside, which I think is lovely. Let's see if you can see that. You can. Okay. And that is actually it. So this card will go in here beautifully. You better get in there beautifully. Don't you cause me no trouble. And I'll go ahead and secure the sides and everything, and then go ahead and put this down permanently, I guess. Now I know where I want it. Oh, I'm not too sure, so I'm gonna leave it here temporarily. We'll just leave this here temporarily. We have a pretty little dove on here, which I think is absolutely lovely. And then I did see, as you can see, I did the little closure thing on this box too, because for some reason, which has been known to me, and somebody's gonna say, "Well, Lola, you need to do it this way." But there you have it. Yeah. So project one, the second project. I hope you guys like it. I definitely want to say thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you have any questions, you can reach me out at Crafting with Lola and Oscar on the YouTube channel. You can just comment, and I will comment right back. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.